everybody, welcome. Well, as you can see, I'm busy kneading some clay. Of course, so important, isn't it, to knead the clay or wedge it, whatever words you want to describe. But what we need to do is de-air it and mix the clay, because don't take any shortcuts here. This is very important that you develop your own personal way of kneading, wedging clay that makes sure that it gets the air bubbles out and gets it well mixed. Okay? And I recommend to you doing it this way, the spiral kneading method. May take it just a little bit of practice to get this rhythm going, but you do it just a little bit each time. And if you notice my posture, my head down, my body, see how my body is moving? It's not just my hands, it's my whole body. Get your whole body weight into it. Okay? If you practice this and persist with it, you will get it, I promise you. And you won't look back. So, you know what, I've just come out of a sick bed. I got the flu for a few days, but I'm better now. That's the good news. Oh, I don't like being ill. And right now outside the weather is, you know, it's just very, very cold, very icy. You know, when I go into the other part of my workshop outside, I go out there and I think I really don't want to be out here at all. It really, I find it a psychological battle to get out there, because everything, even the water pots in the wheels, have got like 3 inches of ice in them. You know what I'm talking about, you who are potters over here in the northeastern part of the United States. It's a cold psychological barrier we have to go through each winter, unless we've got, like what I've done here, and as I've brought my workshop, my studio here inside, at least in this place here, it's quite warm. Now, quite often people write to me and they ask me about the different kinds of work surface that, or the surface to use as a kneading bench. I'm just going to show you what I've got here. I don't know if you can see this properly, but this is actually it's all metal basically. It's very sturdy. It's actually a small desk, and the actual work surface here on the top, I would liken it unto formica. It's like that resin, a resin type. Often kitchen work surfaces are made from this. The downside is, of course, with something like this, this work surface is non-porous. It's really better to have a work surface or a wedging table that it is porous. However, having said that, it's not really, in this case here, my clay is not really sticking to it, as you can see, and neither is the work surface, because it's non-porous, it's not sucking moisture out of the clay. Now, other work surfaces or wedging surfaces that you can use that are very satisfactory are hardboard. think you'll probably be familiar with hardboard. It's a thin board that you can put down on top of, say, a wooden table. You can tack it to the top. That's one thing. Another thing which I've successfully used in the past is marine plywood. Marine plywood, probably 3/4 to an inch thick. Again, nailed or screwed to the top of another table. Always try to, if you're going to have a wedging table, it wants to be solid. Okay? So, now what I don't generally like, and what seems to be very popular, almost invariably wherever I go, is these kind of canvas topped wedging tables. And it seems wherever I go, that's all I seem to see, as if a canvas top wedging table is the only thing that will suffice for a wedging table. Well, it is not the case, let me tell you. In fact, I dislike those canvas topped wedging tables for a couple of reasons. One, when you come to them afresh with your clay, the table is dry. So basically what you need to do is, before you use it, you really need to just dampen the surface of your wedging table, so it isn't so wanting to suck the moisture out of your clay, which you're going to take a nice lump of clay and you're going to put it on there and dry, and you're going to wedge it on this very drying material, this canvas topped table. So, and I did have an experience when I was over in Barryville with one of these tables. Of course, you've got to clean it off immediately as well with your, where is it, your scraper. Where is the scraper? Oh yeah, here it is. Well look, I've got one of these scrapers. This is a plastic kind of scraper. So, you know, I'm cleaning off the canvas top, of course, and in the process the corner of the scraper rips into the canvas. You've then got a canvas work surface with a ripped hole in it. So, incidentally, when you have a scraper like this, whatever kind of scraper you use, whether it's a metal one or a plastic one, for goodness sake, round the corners off here very well on each side, because if you don't, that sharp corner there, I guarantee, whether it be canvas or wood or whatever it is, but you're going to be doing this one day and it'll just dig in, you know, that corner, and just gouge it. And if it's a canvas, it'll rip it for sure. Even if it's wood, it might gouge it. But if you round the corners, you'll find that is really good, a really good little tip. Anyway, so, not getting very far, are we, in this clip? You might think not, but, well, some of these things are important, aren't they? Just a few basics to do with how we prepare our clay, where we prepare our clay, and some of the tools we use in and around that moment. One other thing, let me say, I recently bought, and I'll show it to you, I bought a very small digital balance. And I can turn that on. So, and that's going to weigh for me in kilograms, pounds, ounces, that's grams, ounces, pounds, yeah, grams, ounces and pounds. So, and this will weigh up to 5 kilograms, which is, it's about 11 pounds, isn't it? Or there's 2.2 pounds to a kilogram, so we can work it out exactly. I haven't done it in my head. Alright, so not a bad little balance, and quite useful for a number of things. Sometimes when I have a small pot that I want to wrap up in a box and weigh before I take it at the post office, I can just quickly weigh it on that, and it gives me a fairly accurate reading. let's see if we can, let's say it's a pound. We're going to guess. It's more than a pound. A pound is 16 ounces, isn't it? So that's okay. So it's giving me a fairly accurate reading. 15.76. You see, 1601. Okay. Now careful as you add your little pieces of clay. All right. Remember, when you're weighing up, don't cut off with a wire. Just pull off the lump. Okay, you'll get a nearer approximation to your 1 pound or whatever it is the lump you're trying to weigh up if you pull it off. 16.08. All right, that is almost spot on, isn't it? You see. What you need to do is learn to weigh a pound in your hand. Let your hand be the scale. Weigh it, then put it on the scale, just to make sure. Alright, let's see if we can get it. Okay, I'm weighing it now, you see, even as I've pulled it off the lump, I'm weighing it. Now then, maybe a little over 16. 16.4. Okay? Okay, 16.04 now. Okay, that's fine. That's a good. Let's weigh it again. So I'm going to pull the clay off. You see? Now, as I am assessing what a pound is, the shape of a pound, the weight of a pound, in my hand, so my hand is judging. Right, now you can't do that, you see, if you get a wire and just cut it off like that. You can't judge it, can you? Until you put it on the scale, then you've got to... Okay, again, let's put it on. 16.57. So there's only a whisker I've got to take off. 16.01 now, you see. That's it. It's all to do with training yourself and training your... Okay, let's try again. We're going to judge it in my hand and weigh it in my hand. You see? Put that on, see what it is. 16.15. That is... Okay. I'm just going to take this exactly to 16.0 is what I want. It's so the difference, you see. That's 16, call it 16. Okay, you know how much I missed it by? I missed it by that amount. Okay? I was able to judge it in my hand to within that amount. And I got it. Now, I'm not telling you this to show off. I'm just telling you this to show you that you can do this too. Okay, we're going to judge the weight. We're going to... It's feeling like it's a fraction under. 14.84. Alright, it's only a little bit. It's only a little bit under, isn't it? With these digital scales, you'd be surprised how little it... 15.97, so it's a whisker under. Alright. So when you get these nicely round lumps well smacked together, let's just try one more. Okay, weighing it now, judging it in the hand. How near are we going to be? 15.54. So it's only that much out. Ooh, no. 16.01. So just showing you that because You may think, oh, what does it matter? I'm just weighing up a few lumps. What do you mean you're just weighing up a few lumps? You've got to weigh up 50 lumps. What do you mean a few? This is get yourself geared up for numbers, not just 3. Let's make 3 pots today, shall we? No, let's make 30. Up it a bit, up it a bit. Simon Leach saying, keep practicing. See you soon.